And the thing is, if you think about it, Gene Krupa was doing that stuff.
Yeah.
Long ago. What about you, PJ?
No, I'm honestly not much of a showman in that aspect. I just pretty much concentrate on playing, try not to mess up.
Right?
Knock on wood, I very rarely drop sticks or anything, so that's not really an issue, but I don't know, I just never had that. I'm kind of like you. I'll put some sticks up every once in a while, but for the flare, I don't know. I'm just not that guy, I guess.
Well, because there's some drummers that you can go on YouTube and watch. I pulled up Flamboyant Drummer, and there's guys that were just, kicking the cymbals, and there's one guy, I forget what band he's from.
Slaughter, the drummer for Slaughter.
Yes,
that guy is insane. Him and Morgan Rose. Morgan Rose is like my favorite. That guy is just intense.
Morgan gets down. And Shannon Larkin from Godsmack, that guy's a
maniac.
He's good too, yes.
Yeah, he's a maniac.
He used to play for Snot too before they got
sure.
the drummer that played on the album.
So yeah, all over the place. I can't do it.
I can appreciate it. Like I love watching Morgan play, but for me, I don't know. I've never really gotten into the flare end of it. So, but it's all good.
Yeah, no, it depends too what style you're playing. If you're playing a lot of intricate shit, it's like they're not just watching you, they're listening to you.
Sure.
So
absolutely.
it's, to sit there and state that, oh, well, your showmanship wasn't that. It's like, well, maybe I'm too busy doing shit. But I try when I have a chance, I'll try, and I do whatever I can do. But it's like, you can't fuck up your sound and what you're playing just to please somebody in their visual aspect of it,
Yeah, I get. Like you tastefully put them in place and in between
here and there. Yeah, if you put too much, then it's redundant.
Right.
It's like, okay, you did that. Okay, great. What else? There's a lot of drummers that do cool shit, but yeah, it has to be placed in there right.
Well, I hope you at least enjoyed the show. You said you came out and watched all us play. Hopefully, you at least liked it. Even if you were disappointed with the performance.
Right. Now, if you haven't seen Day Zero or if you haven't seen Mr. Crowley yet, check those out and then restate your statement.
But yeah. So.
But yeah, no, it's depends. Mostly those showmen are ones that are playing more laid back drums, not so intricate, not so just crazy. You don't see fucking any of the like speed metal drummers doing flips and tricks and Tommy Lee shit. They're just banging their ass away, and they don't have time to sit there and flip a stick or twirl a stick. But I get it. It's come back to where it's like that's like the expectation for drummers is that showmanship now, and so you gotta kind of step it up, I guess. Nowadays.
Well, it didn't help that Tommy Lee at their last year's New Year's Eve gig, their very last show, that he had his drum kit do loops and things and went all the way out and way beyond.
But he's
the
not
stage
doing. He's not twirling his sticks and shit. He might do. He never did anything but twirl a stick, anyways. He didn't flip a stick up or bounce it off the floor, Tom. That was like Morgan Rose shit. And,
right.
That's so the twirl stick. That anybody can do that.
Right.
But to play upside down and shit like that, that's
I saw
But
Morgan Rose at House of Blues, Orange County, and he had a guy set up in the front row, like right up on the edge of the stage, and in the middle of his set, he threw his drumstick to this guy while the guy threw
the
one
bass
to
player,
him, and he caught it.
Yes.
No, this guy was in the crowd.
Oh, okay, he does that too. He'll throw it to the crowd, he'll throw it to his bass player, and they'll just throw it back and forth.
This guy threw him a stick, he caught it, and didn't miss a beat in between while playing.
Really?
I wish he did it 3 or 4 times throughout the show. Just stupid. The guy's so good.
Yeah, no, he's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
He what was it? One of my old bands, this band called Silent Planet that I played with. Me and the bass player did this thing where it was like a bass and a drum intro, and we'd be playing, and it'd go to this bass riff that was just and it was just insane. And I'd throw my stick to him, and he'd start banging on his bass with the stick, and then he'd throw it back to me, and I'd catch it and start playing again.
Oh, nice.
So same sort of thing, but yeah, I like throwing in those little things here and there.
I become really good because I break a lot of sticks. I go through sticks like very, very quickly. Where
you got to get some XLs.
And I need to hit this guy up. I have the info. I've already
Tory
touched
Butler.
base with him, and it was. Well, when I did it with Visions, it wasn't. We knew I was at that point where I wasn't sure if it was going to keep on going. So, am I going to invest in a bunch of sticks? Because if I'm going to buy them, he said you have to buy a minimum like 50 pairs for for my first deal. That's what he said. He sent me an email back. He said, "Okay, 50 pairs." And then we can do smaller segments after the interval. I'm like, okay, I could see that. It's a good business deal. I want to make sure you're committed.
Yeah.
If you like a PJ, if you brought your motorcycle in and you wanted, you needed, tires and a clutch. Then if you were a new customer, okay, well, leave me a deposit. I need a 50% deposit. But if you've already been coming to me for like, years, I'm like, oh, hey Zig, can you order me some tires and some and a clutch kit? No problem, I got you covered. So I understand that. But you're right. Frosty let me borrow a set of. I guess he gave them to me. Didn't let me borrow. This is when he first came on my show, and those are good sticks. And I like that little, the second little. How are you gonna say it? Like a bulbous part to use on the ride instead of using.
That's what mine are.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
I was like, this is bad.
What's nice is you don't put so much strain on the stick itself because you're just using that bell dinger to actually emphasize the bell. You guys looking at porn over there?
Yeah, he's showing me pictures of naked
Check
chicks,
this out.
naked drummers.
That and the sticks themselves, I don't know what the hell wood he uses, but they're like twice as strong as anything I've used. And the way he all the sticks are straight, so you're not getting like a shitty pair of sticks. You're getting a well-tuned, pair of sticks, and they're all, the same, dimensions, and there's no crooked sticks and shit like that. That's what I can't stand with getting those cheap sticks I used to get, but no, never again.
Yeah, because when I'm riding, if I'm using the bell on the ride, that extra little part, on the stick that he adds on there.
Yeah, it's got the bead in the middle of the shaft.
Yeah.
It's right by the tip. It's just, maybe about an inch and a half from the tip.
That's what she said.
Right?
The bead.
It's a wider spot.
You got a double head on the fucker.
I look over at Dylan just starts smiling.
Because he's like the bead near the shaft, and he's talking about the tip.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything always go south, man. I swear to God. But I do like his sticks. I thought that was really great because if I'm going to use the bell, I'm not going to use the head of the stick. I'm going to use
the side.
Yeah,
and the
so
side.
it gets more of a
You
ding
get
out of it.
You get a certain sound of it, but with that extra lump on the end of it, it just emphasizes it. It's like you're using the tip of the stick, but you can't actually hit. It's so awkward to hit the.
And it doesn't
the
have
bell
it,
like that.
yeah. And if you want to get a more solid hit, if you're using the tip of the stick, the head of the stick, it comes back a lot. Whereas you use that part, it's more of a it's solid. It's not. You don't have as much feedback coming
So
out.
you don't find that they're front heavy at all?
I don't use the ones with the big balls on that thing. No way, because they have some.
This conversation
crazy.
sounds really
The
bad.
shaft with the big balls.
Some of their sticks.
We're talking about sticks and balls. What do you want?
Sticks and balls and tips of the stick.
No, they have these handles that actually are like they fit in your hand better to where they don't slip out. But they're
I've seen those on the site.
Fat in there. I'm not a fan of those but some people are. Some people that play differently, maybe more jazz oriented or something. I don't know, but.
I
For
would
me,
think
I'm a power drummer, so I hit hard and I throw sticks around and twirl them and stick it. It's like you can't do that with that big ball on the end of the stick.
Yeah, I've seen that. I think those are guys that just always lose your stick, which is why one of the reasons why I wear gloves.
Yeah,
Because I start loosening my grip if I want to get if I need to get that rebound from the stick, I will loosen up my grip, and that's one reason why I use athletic tape. But I use gloves, and it just adds a little more,
Yeah, I can't do the gloves.
Yeah, I have to. If I
It's
don't
like,
get blisters,
it's like putting a condom on. It's like I can't feel it right, you know.
just to let you know, ladies out there, he doesn't use a condom.
Oh,
You're just not
shut
putting it
up.
on right.
Maybe he
Then.
likes it raw.
Got the extra sensation. Just say it.
No, the only time I checked him out, Danny from Radio Drone also is an Excel artist, and he had some.
So is
that
Frosty.
yeah,
Yeah.
but Frosty's never let me play with the sticks though.
Oh,
Or is
well, you got to
he's
ask him,
all
hey,
sti-
dude, let me play with your stick.
Yeah, Danny actually let me play with, like, mess with a pair before. He was playing at M15 a while back, and we were there checking out the show, and they bring out their motorhome. They play full Rockstar, bro. It's nice. But we were just kicking it back in the RV, and he had a set of his sticks out. And just to me personally, I've never used them before, but they felt like they were a little end heavy with the double beads. I know he makes some other sticks that don't have that same feature.
Yeah. No, he makes the regular ones, but he has some that actually have weighted on the end too. Instead of the ball on the end, he has a weight on the end, to where he calls them speed sticks.
Oh,
To
so is that
counterbalance.
what you
No,
tend to use?
I don't use those.
Oh, okay.
Those again are a little awkward for me. I'm not used to them. And again, if you try to flip them, it's like when they flip around, they're awkward. So I need a balanced stick, and that one for throwing around and doing all that, it doesn't counterweight. It doesn't act weird, or I don't feel the difference in a little bit of the head. But I use a fatter stick. I use a 2B. So
Oh yeah.
Well, it's kind of like the golf player that just the golf clubs slips out of his head. It's just like whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, right.
All I was gonna do is watch it. Just you can see Scott right here. Wham! Throw his stick up. Boom, boom, boom. Hit some chick over at the bar, which wouldn't be a bad thing. Get her attention. All right. So, anyways, we're gonna take a little bit of break because Mike's giving me the signal. He needs a smoke break, and we'll be back with the Drum Clinic with PJ from Fallen Union, Scott McLaughlin from Day Zero, and Mr. Crowley, and of course the Dillinator.
Or just Dylan.
And yours truly. We'll be back here in 2 and 2.
It's raw. It's uncensored. It's live 24/7. It's chaoticradio.com.
Okay, BJ, 30 seconds. Or 3 seconds. Who's the band?
Oh, Green Day.
Green Gay.
Good job. I said 30 seconds. 3 seconds.
Not a fan.
Yeah, not really a fan either.
You know, if you listen to their older school stuff
Drummer's
before
good.
they became like
Drummer's
really
good.
good, they were actually punk.
Wannabe punk.
Well, I think they
Yeah.
became more punk popular and kind of sold out. But you can't be mad because those guys are sitting in some really goddamn nice houses and
Oh no,
with
more
a very
power to
fat
them.
bank account.
More power to them.
But I'm not a big fan of them. I've only got one album, and it's kind of like Metallica. You know, I was. Notice how I looked at Scott when I said this.
That is hardly a comparison.
Listen, Linda, honey, listen.
Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda.
I was a big fan of Metallica when they first came out. You know,
Huh?
with Garage Days, Ride the Lightning, and you bring as they got. Once they did the Black album, I was like, wow. I mean, I liked it. I mean, and Justice for All was their last really good album,
Yeah,
and even
true.
then, it was more mainstream. I thought that and Justice for All was kind of like OG Metallica.
Yeah.
And kind of, sold out Metallica. That was my version. I was like, okay, but it's still really, really good. Lars had his typical percussion. Then when they came out with the Black album, it was just kind of like, okay, well, are you guys being lazy? I mean, you guys already made it. You got enough money, and you don't have to work as hard.
Producer.
You
Going from more of that commercial poppy kind of sound with metal, And it sold for them, but after that, it was like they totally with the chopping of the hair and going to that fucking weird sound. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that, but this last album they just came out with is pretty sick.
That's what I've heard. I haven't heard any taste of it yet. Hey, Mike.
And I've got some buddies that.
What happened?
You need to come on inside here. There's a shot waiting for you.
Oh well, thank you kindly.
So,
I got buddies that or that a Metallica tribute band, of course, because we all the clique.
Go ahead, mention them.
Sits together. Damage Inc.
Damage Inc.
Great guys, but they're learning all that new stuff now, and it's like it sounds a lot more back to what it should be, a lot heavier, hardier, just more driving, not so just commercially kind of bullshit,
Well, I mean, I realized, you get older. Cheers, guys. PJ's got his all up next to him like, oh, you got to come to me. This fucking guy. Look at his face. Because we're all reaching out over here.
I just totally
and you're
stretched out
sitting
to
there-
toast. I just stretched out to toast Scott. I mean, what do you want from me?
See?
Too funny.
I got short arms, huh?
I realize as you get older. Because come on, none of us inside this room, outside of Dylan, we're not the spring chickens we were back in the day. Well, obviously I'm the oldest one. I'll be 49 at the end of this month, January 30th.
I'm getting old. I'm gonna be 19 next week.
Oh, isn't that cute?
So cute. But I have to say, I have not faltered. I'm still playing the same exact style that I was playing when I was younger. But I think the thing is that I've never really made my percussion more difficult when I was younger. I don't know. Maybe it was an epiphany. Like, hey, as long as you know it's your style. This is you, and you just stay with it. Kind of like Phil Rudd. All he has to do is be a metronome.
Yeah, boom, chugga, boom. Yeah,
that's it. That's it. You don't gotta.
Yeah.
But Lars Ulrich was like, dude, he was a busy motherfucker, man. And I'm just saying, to do a lot of the stuff that he did, I don't know. Do you think he can do that now? Is it on the new album? Is
The new album's pretty good.
is it like he was like in Ride the Lightning?
It's similar, but not. It's like everyone's style changes slightly. Like me, my style has changed so drastically over the years, but I'm trying to constantly, challenge myself and try to learn different, vibes and different grooves and different, styles, and then make it my own. And so myself, that's a little different story, but him, yeah, he's pretty similar to what he was back then, I'd say. On this new one, the new one's pretty good.
Okay. Well, I mean, maybe I should correct what I
Not
said
every
earlier.
song.
I'm not playing the same style. My style has changed, but I've never. Let's put it this way: I've not gotten more busier to where I knew, it's like, okay, now I'm going to be 50, and I was doing the stuff like Lars Ulrich was when he was younger. I think, yeah, my stuff has gotten more tasteful. I mean, are you agree with me, PJ? I mean, have you maintained pretty much not gotten more aggressive? It was really aggressive at first. Kind of like, here's the story about the two bulls.
The two what?
The two bulls.
Two bowls.
Yeah. Mike already heard this last time. Okay. So you obviously never heard the story about the two bulls. Okay. So there's a young bull and an old bull.
I thought he said balls.
And they're sitting on top of this hill and they're overlooking a whole pasture of cows.
I actually have heard this. Yes.
Okay.
Bowls and
Yes.
Bulls, and they're
Proceed.
looking over a pasture of cows, and so the young bull says to the old bull, "Hey, let's
you're
run."
saying bowl. I'm going
Bull.
bowl. What the fuck is a bowl doing?
So the young bull,
Toro.
Okay, Toro. Okay.
the young bull says, "Hey, let's run down there and fuck one of those cows." And the old bull says, "Let's just walk down there and fuck them all." You see, that's what I'm saying. So I've never become more aggressive. I mean, obviously the whole big, huge double bass thing with Vinnie Paul and a lot of the busy toms with from the Who.
Who?
The Who. Shit, see, I
You're
Moon?
talking.
I hit
old
my
school
wall.
shit, dude.
I hit my wall. I do it every show.
You're talking about Loon the Moon, right?
Keith Moon.
Yeah.
So a lot of the busy stuff. So I've never tried to get any more busier than anything that I did when I was younger. I think I got more tasteful. So
See, I didn't grow up on like Keith Moon and all that. I mean, mine was more like Stuart Copeland for like the technical, weird, jazzy kind of shit.
good drummer, yeah.
And
Really?
then for like the double bass, it was Charlie Benante from Anthrax.
Nice, yes.
And then for like the power drumming was obviously Bonham, and then Neil Peart for all the technical like bringing it together shit.
Well, of course, we've talked about this before. Bonham was a pretty. He had a lot of jazzy stuff going on.
He
Being
absolutely.
very swingy kind of power jazzy, just all over the place drumming.
Yeah.
Just like one of my favorites.
Yeah,
by
I
far.
mean, who can't be? I mean, you can't talk to even newer drummers nowadays. The younger kids. Or like John Bonham. I mean, John Bonham is John Bonham. Although I was talking to some kid. I was at the NAMM show last year, and this kid was playing a kit, and I was like, wow, he's got that little John Bonham feel, and so after he finished playing, and I was sitting there talking, I was like, hey, you got that old school feel, and he goes, yeah, I use a little bit of the Jason Bonham style.
That's cute.
It sounds like I'm going, that's cute. But Jason Bonham, if you look at a lot of his stuff, man, he's actually took his father's style to a whole nother level. It's very impressive. It's still not John Bonham.
No, it's not. I mean, I've listened to that, and one of my buddies, Chaz, he sings for the Bonham band. And I don't know, it just I don't get the same vibe from Jason that I did with.
I think
father.
Jason is a little bit more, has a little more power to his drumming. Where which you know what I mean. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe that's just me.
The groove isn't there though. The feel just it's
it's
like
not.
you listen to it and it's just not. The same.
The inflections and there was just a certain touch that he put on it that I don't think Jason quite emulates, but Solid. I mean, he's solid drummer
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, for sure.
I mean, can you imagine just, being like the son of
No.
a drum god? I mean, a drum god with
the
capital G-O-D.
The expectations are a little high.
Wouldn't it be?
Yeah, bar set up there a little bit.
Holy
You know?
shit, there'll be some huge shoes to fill. And I'm sure he's compared all the time to his dad.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you go in like a totally different direction if John Bonham was your dad?
Yeah, be a garbage man.
Well, no, even if you're gonna play drums,
That's the
wouldn't
opposite
you?
direction.
Wouldn't you play something totally different than what your dad played?
You know,
Uh,
I don't know, man.
I'm
I think
That's
I
a
would,
tough question.
I think I would do it just for shits and giggles, but I wouldn't make it my own. I wouldn't make it like my prime thing. Like that's what I'm going to live off.
Especially
It
when,
seems like
when
that's what he's done.
well, especially when Bonham had put such an influence on percussion, it would be hard to like want to stray off of that. It would be like, look, I'm the son of a legend that will always be a legend. I mean, I don't care if it's 1,000 years from now. You know what I mean? If the Earth is still around by then, but I mean, you would. That John Bonham is a guy that will always live in the world of percussion. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you get you.
Sure.
But okay, so like John Lennon, Sean, his son, tried to kind of do the same thing, and it never. Then he went off like this other direction and kind of made a name for himself for a little while. But I just, like I said, I don't know if you'd want to try and walk in those exact.
No,
footsteps.
no. You're now we're
Sean,
It's a-
did you hear the Sean Lennon thing he did with Soulfly?
No, I don't think I did.
Sean Lennon did a song with Soulfly. It was pretty sick.
Oh, it was actually good.
Yeah, it was pretty
Okay.
cool.
I wasn't saying this stuff was good. I'm just
No,
saying he
I mean,
kind of
it-
made a name for himself.
Well, I
for
mean,
that.
it's cool because it's got Soulfly in it.
Oh, yeah, right.
I always thought Sean Lennon. Yeah, just stop.
I'm just saying. Like,
Live off your
Well, it's like-
dad's
it's like
riches.
Yoko.
And
Come on.
shut the fuck up.
Fair enough.
I was never a fan of him, but I see where you're coming from. But I have another one here, guys, and this one's pretty interesting. And I've been noticing this a lot. I've got this month I've got 2 female frontman deals going on, so this kind of fell right into it. It is what the hell is up, my fellow percussion princes? We're princes.
Princes.
Well, duh.
At least not princess.
There you go.
Right?
Right.
I'm like, hey, shit, that's cool.
Could be worse.
I've noticed more and more women drummers. I've been playing drums for 25 years, and it seems that women drummers were few and far between. Where have they all been? Now you can go on YouTube and see all kinds of women rocking the hell out. It's nice to hear the great wife of, before it's this one. So, first off, I'll read this next part. It's nice to hear that since VJJ's not here. It's nice to hear the great vagina's voice more often. I think the tequila before the show has brought him out of his shell. Well, since you're not here, VJJ, you got props, and you're not even here. Yeah. And this is Steffi from Phoenix, Arizona. So back to women percussionists. Believe it or not, if you go on YouTube, you can find a lot of female percussionists. During the time, it's still the same time during like the war era when females were doing baseball teams.
I've got a lot of female drummer friends.
There's a lot.
They're fucking smoking. They fucking tear their shit up. There's no difference because even when I was like 10 years old when I first started playing, there was this girl drummer that was playing and she fucking smoked. She was really, really good. And
What was she smoking?
she was smoking ganja. No.
There you go.
No, but
Nice
she's
stick.
really, really fucking good. And I've never discriminated against that because it's fucking they fucking can tear the shit up just as good as we can.
Oh, exactly. And then here's the deal. I think every time I watch female percussionists, I always feel that it appears to seem that they are working a lot less. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Well, yeah. No.
If you watch the videos, if you compare like even if there's a female drummer, I can't think of the one that she's very big on YouTube. She's from the Middle East.
Matal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She used to be with Soul Tone, and now she's with Meinl.
Yeah, and so she plays very effortlessly, which I mean we should all play, you know what I mean. But of course, you get power drummers like Scott. I mean, he's just hitting the shit out of the drums, and which I do too. But it just seems like they just work a lot less. I don't know. They're doing the same, but they just put less effort into it.
They just hit different. You know, it is. You know, oh god, I'm horrible with fucking names.
Because I have to admit though, you don't see them like really like coming down with their sticks.
Nikki, the girl, the one that she's the backup drummer for the Iron Maidens.
Yes,
she she had the whole setup for the Randy Rhoads birthday bash that me and Dave played at a couple months ago, and she had the kit there and everything, and we, you know, I got to play on it, but she was playing and she tears it up too, you know, and very effortlessly. Just, you know, I don't know.
It's like weird that
it's
women,
like they're not like sweating as hard. I don't get it. Yeah.
Right. But I do notice that they don't hit as hard also. So they're
True.
not, you know, they so obviously they have a lot of mics going on, you know, to bring the power up. Obviously when they do their YouTube videos or whatever, and obviously YouTube is if you know Steffi. I mean, obviously now we have, you know, the internet, so we're able to see a lot more.
Yeah. What's the internet?
What's more? Well, it's kind of
you talking about that interweb?
Yeah. How's that work?
The www some bullshit.
Well, I think it's kind of like you know, women, you know, being the rider of a motorcycle. You know, I've seen it a lot more prevalent nowadays than it was, you know, when I was riding, you know, when I got my license when I was 16 in 1983. You know, there were very few females riding their own motorcycles. I mean, I don't know, maybe
nowadays.
that was it. But I think I don't know. I like a lot of the female percussionists that I see, and a lot of them are Asians, man. There's someone I keep getting people keep sending me the same chick, and she's wearing this like little teddy outfit, but she's railing. And
Yeah, she's not bad.
Oh,
looks and drums. Just saying.
I'm a sucker for the Asian persuasion. I'm just saying because, you know, my girl, she's Asian, and I love the long black hair.
I had an Asian girlfriend when I was in like
bodies.
Oh god, high school and all that shit. And
got a little bit of the yellow fever.
I did.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yes.
I guess that's good.
No, me and Oscar, we've been here for 7 years.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
She's my Asian persuasion. Gotta love her. I know you're listening, honey.
I got a guitar player that's an old buddy of mine, and he's got an Asian wife now.
Nice.
And he said the same thing. Dude, go Asian. I'm like, wow. The last Asian I dated was a psycho.
Ah!
She, some girls tried to talk to me, and she beat the shit out of them. Like, what the fuck? Like, no thanks. Next.
I've never had a tough Asian. They've always been like just laid back.
This one was kind of, I guess, more ghetto.
She was Americanized.
Well, she went to like the Mexican side and went to all the, you know, cholas and shit.
There it goes.
You know, but she was a metal chick. It was really weird, but whatever, you know.
Well, see, my girl, she's Japanese. That she doesn't have, you know, like, you know, mixed with German or like that. You know, every time she's in my house, she gets a little Mexican in her. But
oh god, a little one,
by
huh?
injection,
Just a little, huh?
I have a small dick. Come on, guys. We've already been over this. But
how small is it?
She's.
We don't need to hear it.
You want to see it?
Yes, please.
No,
I would love
Look
to.
at this guy.
No boy, no.
He wants me to put that sucker out there.
Sure, why not?
I already embarrassed my girl enough as it is, man. She's don't, honey. I can see her right now thinking, "Do not do it."
What?
And
the
but
fact he got the camera working.
right,
Everything is working 100% now.
yeah. So, but I lost my whole place. Now that Mike was like going, yeah, I want to see it.
Something about little Mexican in her.
Yeah, I heard that.
But she's pure Japanese. That's it. She's not mixed with anything.
Oh yeah, the one.
And you got, I mean, she doesn't have any psycho side or anything like that. I don't think I have to worry about me waking up and I'm in the bed and my dick is like somewhere down the street.
Oh, well, John Bob did out, huh?
Yeah. She was part Asian, but she was Americanized.
The one I did was Korean.
Korean. They're crazy.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not fun.
No, I dated a crazy Korean.
You guys just ain't doing it right.
Oh, fuck. Seems like every
Look at
fucking
this
bitch I'm
guy.
with is fucking crazy.
So next one here is my favorite Monday of the month, the drum clinic. Cool, right on.
Yep.
I know you have touched base on this before. Now, I before I get finished reading this, but we really didn't delve into it. So that's why I brought this one up tonight. I know you've touched base on this before, but it wasn't really broken down as far as sound. I wish Frosty was here for this one. What is the best shell to use? Wood, press wood, or acrylic, etc.? What would be the best skin to use if I decided to go acrylic? Main reason I want to go acrylic is I'm a big fan of R.J. Hale, drummer of Hailstorm. Really good drummer. He's one of my favorites too. And he uses acrylic and has cool lights and effects on his kit, which he does.
Okay.
Me and Otsko went and seen them in Anaheim, and man, his
they look
kit
cool,
was just
but they sound horrendous.
But actually,
Horrendous.
because I seen them live and it did sound good.
Triggers.
We're gonna get to this. Scott's already on this one.
Yeah,
man.
Frost should be here because he just got his acrylics. Like literally just got them.
I'm gonna finish reading some. I'm gonna let Scott take the rest of the show.
They look wonderful, but they sound horrendous. Sorry.
Okay, so plus they sound really amazing, just like a good wood kit.
Mm-mm.
Hopefully, you read this before I go for the gusto and spend money I wish I hadn't. Tellin from San Jose, California. So I'm going to say it's Tellin. It's Tellan. So Tellin.
Maybe Tan.
Could be. I mean, the L's could sound like an H if it's Middle Eastern.
Tahon?
I'm just going to go with Tellin. Tellin, obviously, if it's your favorite one of the month, you're listening right now. And
feel free to call in.
Feel free to call in. 909-360-8330. I am not a big fan of acrylic. I don't think that there's something about a drum sound that the wood has to. It's kind of. Let me put it to you this way: like an exhaust on a motorcycle.
It's warm.
Like Dylan's CBR 600RR.
Yeah.
It's not just a straight pipe. The pipe doesn't go from the head pipes and go back to this tail. It has to go through a baffle, which is basically what the drum shell acts as, is a baffle. And it kind of takes some of the pressure, it gets a little bit of back pressure, and it kind of takes out some of the notation of the exhaust sound, which I prefer wood. Now, press wood, it's that's you're down to, it all depends on what you buy. I think it's better than acrylic.
Yeah, no, laminate. If you're gonna go shells, either laminate or the best you can get is stave. The best sound out there is stave. They're hands down. The kit that I'm getting built is gonna be laminate shells, all maple, only because I'm trying to keep a lighter sound, not so heavy sound on the toms, but my bass drum and my snare are going to be stave. And you can literally take those in the studio and they don't have to fuck with the mix. They can literally mic them, mix them, and they're done. It's a no-brainer. I mean, they sound just amazing. I played a full stave kit from SoCal at the Kegger, and oh my God, that thing, it's the best sounding kit I've ever played in my life.
A lot of projection,
just the depth of it and the hit, just the boom and the
punchy.
Oh my God!
Well, also if you look at guys,
It's like a drum.
PJ's dying.
It's like a drum
His
orgasming.
face is puffed up. The thing is that with an acrylic kit, I mean, if you've seen guys, they were really big in the '70s, but you could even the programmers had like all kinds of like duct tape and
Psychedelic
pads
shit.
and stuff on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, sure. No, I wasn't disagreeing with what Scott was saying, but the stave drums, like there's a company out of Australia called Brady that does all stave drums, and they sound fantastic. They're not boomy, and I think it has to be done right because
Exactly.
there's a lot of companies that
It's the
there's a reason they
manufacturer.
don't do them across the board because it's a very, very specific skill set. And acrylics to me have always been really dumpy sounding. The reason they make drums out of wood is for the resonance. You need a certain amount of vibration, certain amount of resonance. Plastic does not resonate. So all of your tone is coming out of your heads at that point.
Exactly.
Everything else is going to sound dumpy, in my opinion. There are guys that use nice heads and get them to sound okay. I don't think they sound as good as a wood kit ever.
No. Anyone I know that's used them is gone to triggers on every drum that they have there. They look amazing. You can put the lights in them and all that. It's for looks. That's all it's for.
Sure.
I mean, they look cool with all that stuff in it, but yeah, I mean, it's a plastic drum. I mean, come on. Sorry.
Me personally.
Sorry, Frosty.
Yeah, right. For me, the drums are my voice. That's how that's what I do on stage. I play them. That's how you get all your tone. Why would you want to limit your tone by playing something plastic?
Yeah, you might as well throw a trigger on it and just have a little pad like this over here. It's like put a trigger on it and you can get the same sound.
You can make them sound amazing.
Yeah.
Just like an electronic kit.
Yeah, but nothing's gonna get that sound. I mean, I don't know. Stave kits, if they're done right, they sound amazing, and there's nothing that will compare to them. But it depends on the manufacturer. I mean, Tim from SoCal he has a knack for building drums, and that I've never heard a better sounding drum in my life.
I've played a few of the stave snare drums, and I really enjoyed that. The only kit that I've played, the whole drum kit, as I said, was that Brady, and I was knocked out. I thought it was phenomenal.
He's throwing signs out.
Already, dude? Come on, man.
Didn't we just come from a break?
We did.
Don't act brand new. I got the clock over here. I'll give you 10. I'll give you 10 more.
Holy shit. This guy's just like waving up. It's like the chick walking around the ring, round 2. Of course, that would be a scary.
It was like
That'd be a
It's
scary
like-
fucking
he
sight
held
watching
up
you around with that
Hey,
shirt
he held
on,
up the
dude.
sign
You want me to do it?
Not
Not
really.
Right now.
Not trying.
All right. I'll give you 10 more minutes.
This fucking guy. Really? Thank God. We just got back off a break.
No, we can't forget about this guy here.
This guy's, I'm going to bum a smoke off him in the next break anyway.
See what happens? See? Now you want something from the engineer now. See?
Now he also if I'm not a big fan of the acrylic. I mean, wood. Mine's a maple kit. I play Yamaha Stage Custom. I love the tone of it. Maple is more of a soft wood. It takes a little bit.
Very boomy.
It puts projects the sound a lot better. I'm just saying. So here's what I'm going to tell you to do. I think if you should look around before you go spending the money, unlike Frosty, because I think I'm thinking that obviously if it's his favorite Monday of the month, he's been listening to Frosty and he probably is like finding us on the web and what have you, and Frosty posting up his acrylic kit. And of course, him being a fan of someone who's got and I think the main reason why Hale has such a great sound, we're talking they've got like $100,000 worth of equipment that's gonna make the drum sound that
Exactly.
much better.
And if Hailstorm is playing an acrylic kit live, it's definitely triggered.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Well, just for instance, go back and listen to some of Frosty's videos. Listen and play his nice DW Maple kit, which sounds very nice.
Warm.
And then yeah, there's a certain amount of warmth to it and tone. Even though he's just recording on, like just a simple camera, then go and listen to his acrylic kit. Just doesn't quite sound the same, in my opinion.
Very bongy.
I love his style of playing. Very good player. You listen to one
We're
kit
talking about the
compared-
shells now.
The shells, of course.
Yeah.
You listen to his Maple kit. He's got a DW Maple kit that sounds fantastic. I've played shows with him when he played that kit. Sounds great. I haven't heard him play the acrylic kit on stage, but I've seen the video, and it just doesn't quite sound the same, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Sorry, Frost.
Because
all
you're
like,
not here to defend
"Meh."
yourself, Frosty.
He's out. Meh. No, Frosty.
saying.
Frosty did hook me up though. He got me some my new pedals and stuff.
Oh, yeah, you got new D-dubs.
Oh fuck, I'm sold. I mean, I was playing the Pro Eliminators before, but a DW 5000 hi-hat stand. The two-leg one. Went to the 9000 new ones, all around, and oh my god,
Nice, huh?
oh, so much smoother.
He got me a throne. So what's the
airlift.
the air? Yeah.
Sick.
See, the thing I
I'm
don't
just
like
waiting
about-
to get it. Frosty, when you get it, when are you gonna come by the shop? Drop that motherfucker off so I can give
You
you
haven't
money.
gotten it yet? I had to meet him at a restaurant to get my shit because I wanted
He's
it before
so
the show.
He's so incognito.
I met him at a.
It's not like you can go to his pad because he doesn't want you to know where he lives.
I know
all-
where he
he's
lives.
all,
I've been to his house
"Hey,
a few
dude.
times.
Hey, dude, meet me at the it's a what was it? I think it was a Chinese restaurant or something. He's all, dude, meet me at the Chinese restaurant.
You don't want to go to his house. I'm just saying because he's got this boxer that as soon as you,
Jumpy jump.
all he wants to do is he wants to go for your nuts. And not just with his feet. Dude, when I went there, dude, his dog ran up to me and went to go for my nuts and just like
Sick balls, chopper.
Right. And Frosty grabbed him and I'm like, oh. And it was I'm anticipating this. I know this is gonna come, and then he stopped it. And I'm like, oh shit! Thank you very much, Frosty. I appreciate that.
Yeah, because I don't want to have to kick your dog.
Oh my god, I like my nuts. I really do.
I don't blame you.
It's
How much do you like them?
I like them because I scratch and rub them every morning when I get up.
Every morning?
Every morning. It's
Oh, wow, wait.
Come on, tell me what guy does not do that. First thing you do when you wake up, you start scratching your goddamn nuts. I'm sorry.
That is true. I mean, hell,
wouldn't
the
say
only way I got
I
them.
wouldn't say scratch. I'd say adjust.
Well, I mean, if you got crabs and shit, I mean, I don't know.
Exactly.
I'm not
There's no scratching going
yeah.
on here.
I don't know.
Adjusting, yes.
Gently fondle.
I like to rub my nuts in the morning.
You rubbing the nuts?
I love to rub my nuts in the
Rubbing
morning.
the nuts. He got
It
crabs
just
there,
feels
buddy. I don't know.
I've had crabs before.
Have you had the
Oh,
crabs?
Fortunately, I never had STD, but I
no.
had crabs when I was 16, dude. Man, that was not pleasant.
What the fuck are they? Little bugs?
Yeah, bugs, dude.
I've
Yeah.
never seen one. I
Oh,
don't
dude.
ever fucking hope.
And they fucking itch, dude. I swear to God, dude, it's bad.
Like scabies. They're kind of like scabies for the balls.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Okay, this is
Like,
going.
how do we get this direction?
Right. Oh my god.
That's why you didn't turn off my mic. See, that's
Shit.
what happens.
I said I want to scratch my nuts right now.
Gonna go for an
There you
adjustment
go.
now.
Oh
Huh?
no.
And then drink a beer. Perfect. I
Hey.
love it. I love it.
There you go.
Scratch your balls. Drink a beer.
So, shit. See, now I got lost from the nut scratching thing. Oh, back in the acrylic kit. Okay. So I don't. I think I would say no. What's your voice, BJ?
No.
Scott?
I would say yes for looks with triggers.
Okay. So
If I had the extra dough to spend for a nice acrylic kit and some nice triggers, yes.
okay, I agree.
They look
I,
cool.
I don't think. I mean, I wish Frosty was here to
Dude, no, you don't understand.
But
dude.
I think even with any type of skin you use on it, I don't think you're ever going to get that nice warm percussion
Yeah, no,
sound.
definitely.
It's just not going to happen.
Nothing beats wood.
Right.
It just has a warmth to
That's
it
what
and
she
a
said.
tone and
It goes back to the ball scratching.
No, it doesn't.
Wood and ball scratching in the morning.
But we need to take a break because Mike's sitting back there going, "We need to take a break."
Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna play some more Green Day for that. Just
Actually,
for that.
No. Mike, check it out, dude.
Put some Seven Dust on.
It's
Put some
8:26.
ballsy
We got 20 more minutes, dude.
You got 20 more minutes.
We got to talk about this too.
I don't make the rules.
What are we taking, a 5-minute break
one
then?
Break.
No, let's just take a 2-minute break and you're good to go.
Okay.
2-minute break.
Sounds good.
Right.
Yeah, and now,
anyway.
Because speaking of technology, Scott brought something in that might help because we had an issue with timing with a few other emails, and Scott brought a deal in. We're going to talk about the next one. All right, guys.
Cool.
We'll be right back at the Drum Clinic on chaoticradio.com. We'll be back in 2 and 2.
See ya.
When the normal BS just won't do. chaoticradio.com.
Da 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 da. Remember that song? It's like, really? Are you serious? Da da da. Some of the stupidest shit. When you think of it's all the music that you've wrote and recorded, that's just badass.
And
then
that's
you-
the shit that gets played.
And you get shit, yeah, da da da. Or I'm too sexy for my show.
Oh God.
Oh, you're like, what the fuck, really? Come on, people.
Yes.
Or
Please.
that I'm the Gangnam Style, or whatever that.
Oh.
stupid-
Gangnam Style. Yeah. That was the most bestest song ever in the
Oh,
world.
look, see, you know that's fucking white boy would fucking.
Horrendous.
Ouch.
Hey, don't act brand new.
You know, I could see Mike in his living room and dressed up in a a sumo wrestler diaper, doing the whole steps to that.
You don't have to picture it. I said you were there when I did it. Don't act brand new, son.
Facebook Live, kids.
Yeah, you were there. You were the one who put on the diaper. I also did the Macarena, so shut up.
Oh, the Macarena.
The Cocarina.
Oh my God, that's funny. So, anyways, back to speaking of technology. You know, we've talked about like, what is that? Shit, see, I ran into a brick wall again.
What?
You know, the on the side, the sample fucking thing with the drummers,
Metronome. Click track.
No, the pad.
the pad.
Cat pad.
No, Roland,
Yeah, the cat
Roland
pad,
makes SPD.
Yeah, so it's
SPD8
the
or
little
what-
sounds, and they can
Sure.
keep on going,
Yeah.
and what have you. That's I don't know. And you see a lot of drummers use that.
Octapad.
Yeah, Octapad.
There you go. Yeah.
When they do drum solos and shit like that. Okay, wow. Whatever. You know, nothing like the old school Steve Smith. I'm just saying. But Scott, you brought something in because we had talked. Obviously, one of the key things is for a drummer is we are timekeepers.
Yes.
The rest of the band relies on us.
Mm-hmm.
Even though half the time we can't hear what the fuck is going on in front of us,
A lot
all
of the
we
time.
see, you look, and all you see is the hands going, which I've trained myself, we talked about it earlier, that I always look at the guitar. So if I can see where the guitar player's strings, like Henry's, for instance, I would look at his fingers on his neck and then fingers on, strumming the guitar and figure out where he was at. So I knew exactly where I was at if I was playing in a place where I just couldn't hear.
Oh, well, I gotta have in ears.
Yeah, so you've got the cheating thing, which I'm going to do.
Yeah, it's well worth the investment. You know, especially the wireless thing. You know.
Yeah, because with my new band now, well, it's still knuckles deep, but we have a new guitar player / singer, and it's a lot more aggressive, a lot more busy, and I'm going to need that.
Yeah, no,
It's-
it helps out tremendously, and everything's right there. You can even sometimes I'll even pop out one ear halfway so I can hear my acoustics a little bit more of my drums come out because, you know, I have a little bit put in the mix, but they don't always get it perfect. So, you know, I'll pop out one ear a little bit to hear a live, you know, piece of it. But having everything right there at your disposal, your vocals, your guitar, bass, whatever you want, and as loud or as minimal or whatever you want, I can't do without it now.
Yeah, I'm going to need definitely
And
need
it's
that.
in a floor monitor does not do it.
It doesn't.
I mean, guitar players can get away without, you know, hearing it because they got the drums right in front of their face and everything else. They got floor monitors they can hear, but you know, it's nice if everyone has them, but the drummer needs them.
Yeah.
And especially if you're doing like a click in the background, you know, it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah, well, because everybody in front of us still hears us, whether we're mic'd or not. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
You're
one-
going to hear the drums.
And if you're doing a click track, no one's hearing the click but you.
Well, you play.
See,
some
I
of
don't
the-
do a click.
You play some of these smaller venues that don't even have monitors for the drummers, and all the amps and PA and everything are set up in front of you. You don't hear dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
You know,
absolutely.
I mean, it's bad. Actually, the first time I played at M15 with Falling Union, the drummer in front of me played with in-ears. They never turned my monitor back on for like 3 songs. So like the first 3 songs, I had nothing.
Really?
I was just playing on whatever I could kind of hear on stage before I got him to turn it up. But it turned out cool. It was a big compliment. The rest of the band said, "Oh, we didn't even know." And I'm like, I couldn't hear the first 3 songs. Like, oh, well, yeah, it still sounded good. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, good, I guess, because damn.
Right?
So,
Well, because Henry was always a good person. Now, Church, no. Church was like a goddamn spider monkey, you know what I mean, trying to run out with his little cup and try and get some change. You know what I mean? He was all over goddamn. But Henry would always has a connection with the drummer. Am I correct?
he pays a lot of attention to the percussions, for sure.
He does.
For sure.
So he'll look back and he knows, and he'll turn like this. I just do that to you. So I always made him do that to me. I was like, hey, guy, just turn. As long as I can see, I can look at your guitar where you're at, I know where I'm at. I mean, because we're two different drummers. I'm just saying.
When at rehearsal, we all face each other anyways. On stage, sometimes, but we're getting pretty tight where we don't need to do necessarily like let each other know. We're pretty tight on our songs, but sometimes I could. Yeah, he does that for sure. But he's definitely in tune with percussions, absolutely.
Right. Which
is great for a guitar player.
So it's now keeping on timing. You have Scott. You brought in a item that you got recently.
I got it last year at NAMM. It's from Soundbrenner. It's a pulse metronome. You wear it on your wrist, or it comes with a larger one you can put on your arm, or you can put it on in your leg, whatever. And what it does is there's an app that goes on your phone, and you can actually set the BPMs to whatever your own songs are.
That is beats per minute.
Yes. And
thank you for that.
You can either just
because I looked right over it. Sorry, Scott. I looked over at Mike, and that's like Mike tell me what some kind of code for computers was, and I was like, yeah, whatever. But go ahead, Scott.
Anyways, so you can set the beats per minute however you want. You can either turn a dial on it.
Now, mind you, Scott's got this on his wrist like a watch.
And see how it blinks, and then on the downbeat, it actually blinks a different color.
Now, can you feel that pulse?
Yes, it just pulses on you and it vibrates. But you can turn it up, and it'll get faster and faster and faster, or you can turn it down.
I can hear it.
But you can also, if you just want to set it to whatever, like if you're writing something, you can just tap it, and it'll start to that beat.
That's bad, and it'll stay
stay
constant with that beat.
Yeah, and you can. Well, that's doing a double beat down. Okay.
Yes, you started playing Lamb of God for a second there.
Yeah, if you go too fast, and it'll go dit 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 dit. It's like a weird offbeat.
Dun, 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 dun,
and so and it speeds up, and so now it's pulsing into your arm.
Yeah.
As well as giving you a visual light.
And then if you look at the app, it's giving you the timing.
On your phone.
Yeah.
That's badass.
So you can actually turn it down the dial there here as well on the app.
If you listen carefully, you can hear
So now can you...
Oh, it's doing some crazy shit now. It went up to 300 BPMs. That's
why.
Well,
probably because now it's got an magnetic thing on the microphone.
Yeah. So anyhow,
kind of like touching a spark plug and then touching the frame of something at the same time.
Yeah. So what I did, like for instance, like with the Day Zero songs, I got the whole set list on my phone, and I just hit one, and then hit play, and it's already got it preset. So it goes right to that song and the BPMs, and I can just let it go and then just click it in and start.
And so you can still do that with your set.
Yeah.
So you can pre-program your set before a gig.
Yeah.
Now my question is, what if the song starts with the guitar and you're not cueing them in, like maybe it's a melodic song and it just kind of like
So if he starts it, then you got to actually just as soon as you hear the song, you just got to tap it in on that song. You just as soon as he's doing it, you'll hit it. Hit start and it starts instantly.
Okay, so
it's pretty instantaneous. There's no delay in it even from the phone. I just hit play, and as soon as I hear him start, bam.
So how does the guitar player know that?
he'll look right at me, and I'll say, give him a finger.
Or you
and then
can
go.
raise your wrist up and you can see the light.
Oh, I'll just point at him and say go, and I'll hit that at the same
But
time.
I'm talking as far as the time signature.
Well, that's what I'm saying. As soon as I'm ready, I'll just point at him and then hit the play on the phone, and he'll start, and then go from there.
Okay, so knowing that that he has just what. Well, my thing is, what kind of cue does he have? Is what the timing is, or are you just gonna hope that he has? The
What
same,
he's saying is when he points at
When
him,
I point him,
he
he
starts
starts
it.
the song. When I point, when I
But-
go like this, down, he's starting.
He points at him while he presses the button, and
Oh,
as
my-
soon as he presses the button,
Yeah,
it
I'll
starts.
have my finger here, and then as soon as I go bam, I'll go,
It goes,
and it starts.
Okay, but what,
and he
what
sees
makes
the
him?
light. Okay, I got. So that's what I was getting.
Yeah,
at.
just a cue like
Yes.
bam,
Okay,
done.
very good.
But what if he's not playing at 100 BPMs or 120 BPMs? What if he's off of from what you're?
Then I
metronome
will
is.
adjust his timing with my timing.
Fair enough.
S-
Not all guitar players will follow the drummer like they're supposed to, so I'm just curious.
Typically,
Oh, so would you wait? Say it again, PJ.
I said not all guitar players will follow the drummer like they're supposed to.
Thank
That's
you.
like you're supposed to.
yeah. Well, either that, or I can either hit a hi hat with the timing and start him in.
If
Same way.
he's off a little bit, you can
Well,
still.
that's all I was asking.
If he's
was
off a
if
little
you had-
bit, yeah, I'll maybe hit the hi hat to keep him in tempo
Get him on
and
point.
get him on point. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But it hasn't happened like that yet. It's been pretty smooth. So, but it takes some getting used to. It's not like a recorded track that you're starting like with an iPad or something, because I've done that with like click tracks
Sure.
bands, and
Absolutely.
that's totally different because every song I'm starting and stopping from an iPad, and that's to click track or whatever. But this is like to kind of have, if you don't have all the songs on an iPad or something to start and stop, then you got this at least to do something to keep the timing at least under control.
That is pretty good because with the where Knuckles Deep, how we're going now, majority of the songs are led by the guitar player. I've actually got it to where, hey, let me start a couple of them, but with the it's they kind of like like Pink Floyd used to do. It was just like a couple strums of guitar, and it just like it would like the intros were like 10,000 years long. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So that was my own thing, but I get it now. So you can, even if they're at a a slower tempo, and then it upgrades as it starts crescendo in. Okay, I get that. That's a nice little do that.
It's
I
a
like
cool
that.
thing. It's only they even, I think they sell it at like Guitar Center and stuff now too. I got it before it was even there, and I saw it. Like I got it in that downstairs, place down in the basement of NAMM where all the weird shit is. I always love going there last day, Sundays. Like you do everything else, and then Sunday you go down in the basement and you see all the weird shit.
Right.
But found it down there, and I was like, that is so cool. So I got to get one. So had it, and they shipped it to me, and
For free?
No. No, they're about $100.
Yeah,
That's actually not bad.
looks like
That's
they got-
not
they got
bad
him on-
because
they got him
a
on
lot of stuff
Musician's Friend.
is very expensive.
Yeah, no, but for some sort of technology that you can use and have a metronome that's digital, and you can adjust on the fly, just either by turning it or just smacking the shit out of it to your timing. It's pretty easy.
They actually got them on sale right now on Musician's Friend for $79.99.
There you go.
$79.99.
I think that's what I paid, because they had a deal. They were normally $99, but they gave me like $20 off.
Nice.
It wasn't bad.
What?
We need to break down that kit.
Dib.
Like
Dib, 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 dib,
What
dib,
happened?
Like,
all you gotta do is unplug it and just drag it out to the deal. You can start breaking that down. We're taking the electronic kit out, so nobody uses it anymore.
Because there's no double bass on it.
You need the double bass. You
Yes.
need it. Yeah.
Double kick pedal.
Yeah.
Although I have to admit, I'm with Scott. I need two individual bass drums.
No,
I
I
don't like
don't.
that.
I don't do two individuals.
I don't even like your set. I like using mine.
I
the
like
double
I
pe-
like
the
I like the
pedal.
double kick
I like
pedal
mine.
better than the individual double bass. I can't.
Who wants to move 2 bass drums?
Yeah, and mic them. You know, it's like you got 2 different tones, 2 different everything. Even like the guy from Damaging, he uses a big kit, double bass live, but he's got a double bass pedal that goes to 1 bass drum. So the second bass drum is just for luck.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's just because tuning and toning and getting sometimes some of the clubs don't have an extra mic for the extra bass drum. They'll just have usually 1 bass drum mic.
I need a knife, scissors, or tweezers. Nail clippers. You guys have zip ties on there.
I need
Anyone?
not as long as it's unplugged and it's dragged out.
I broke the tip off, but
It's fine with me.
I like the individual bass drums. I just do. I don't.
You like lugging that shit around?
I'm old school, man.
Okay.
I like that, and I do have my bass drums tuned. One's a little bit higher than the other.
now, is that for velocity? Because you have a dominant foot that you hit.
My
harder
lead
with?
my lead kick is which is my right is toned a little bit lower, just a hair. You probably really couldn't tell, but I don't know. I think if I'm doing like a triplet, if I'm going, right left snare, it adds that triplet, where you're going from a high to low to snare. I don't know. It just adds that little bit of sound difference.
Well, depending on your foot strength too, is you're going to get different tones because your bass drum isn't hit as hard from your left or your right. If your left foot is just as dominant as your right, it's going to sound similar. But if it's weaker, then it's going to sound a little bit, different, lower tone.
True, but I also if like my left kick, what I do if I know I'm going through a different series of patterns, I will, and I'm using my right kick majority, but I'm using my left as accents, and then maybe going to a shuffle, but then using them in as accents. I actually rest my foot on the pedal, so now you got the mallet touching the drum skin. So now if I'm using if I have a double kick pedal, I have to remember to take my foot off of it.
Well, that's just playing lazy.
I am lazy. Come on.
I'm just saying that's just playing lazy. That's all.
Hey, they say work smarter, not harder. I'm just saying.
So you'd rather work harder carrying a second bass drum than take your foot off the.
No, that's
pedal?
only a couple. That's only like a minute.
Yeah, but
Lift it up there.
yeah, but
Yeah, but
yeah, but
I'm just saying. Even though buying 2 individual pedals is costs the same amount as buying a double kick
Yeah,
pedal.
probably.
But I mean, I had the best of both worlds. I do have a single kick, which when we had Visions and I would play at M15, like I didn't bring my big hit there. They gave you 10 minutes, to set up and break down. So I played my smaller kit. So I had the double kick pedal, but I'd rather play individual bass drums. I think this adds a little more dynamics to it. But you're right. Some places can't accommodate.
yeah, some places only have like only have 1 bass drum pad, mic.
Yeah, then they try to put like a smaller mic on your on
it's gonna
on my
sound all
left
jacked up
kick.
anyways.
Yeah. So,
What am I fucking playing? Swedish fucking tap dancing shit.
You're now playing the bass polka.
Right? The polka, that's it. Well, anyways, guys, that's enough for the drum clinic tonight.
we
I'm
still
glad
got 10
everybody-
minutes. What are you talking about?
Why is he cutting up my studio? What is happening?
He's breaking down the he's just gonna take the
This is my drum set.
Is it really?
yeah.
Oh, all right.
It is now.
Oh, so you thought this was yours? Yeah, no.
I don't know. I don't know nothing.
No. You should just drag the whole thing out. You don't gotta break the cords off and everything, son.
I know what I'm doing.
You just gotta unplug it from the board and
They're wires. They're
drag
color
the thing.
coordinated.
Okay. Anyways.
Anyway.
So next week is Biker Alley. But Frost, hope you're feeling better, dude. You're working hard. He's got a lot of clients now, so which is awesome because that's what he does for a living.
Sure.
Teaches percussion. Unlike us who are hard workers.
I'll take you on a fridge install any day, dude. You're tall and gangly. You can help me out. Come on.
Yeah, I work on his motorcycle, so he knows. It's like, man, the last time I worked on his bike, it was just a chore and a half. So he's a buddy, and he's a fellow drum kind of guy, so I had to give him a break, and it was like, man.
Now, the VJJ?
I work on his bike, too.
No break there, though.
Oh,
that's just lazy.
Yeah.
Get your ass here, dude.
Right? You are just being goddamn lazy with JJ. I'm just saying. Hey, Mike, how many of those Funyun bags are you going to be eating?
I got the fucking munchies like a motherfucker,
Holy
dude.
shit, dude. That's like the third bag I've seen you eat.
Yeah, I got the munchies, man. I don't know how that happened.
Oh, you must have got those brownies that Joe Mama brought last week.
Oh, yeah. They were pretty good. I only had like 4 of them, though. Was that good?
Dude, I had one of my buddies that was in the guest, one of my biker buddies, and he was sitting here. We were eating the peppers. He had one before. He had one before the show, just one before the show. Yeah, he was sitting like this. I thought he was doing his best fucking Cheech and Chong impersonation. I'm like, really, dude? I said, oh my God. I kept on throughout the show going, hey, Gene, how you feeling? You feeling good? That was it. Any enhancement on it? Are you seeing fucking, things dancing around behind me or whatever?
That's acid.
No, he looked like he was on some. Although Joe Mama's brownies, man, they might put you on one of those trips.
I had 4 of them. I mean, it just gave me the munchies. Is what it is.
Well, not all of us are, the connoisseur of.
The connoisseur of what? What happened? What?
Of the edibles.
Of the edibles?
The edible connoisseur.
4? I didn't think you were supposed to eat 1.
Oh, yeah. Why?
I didn't eat any.
You didn't eat nuns?
No.
Oh, we could have a whole nother show for that one. Carolina Reaper style.
I wouldn't mind doing something like that. I've done edibles once, and it was like 4 or 5 years ago, dude. And I got stuck on stupid really, really quick.
Oh,
it was
no.
a chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah, and I did a chocolate chip cookie, and it was my ex-girlfriend's dad that brought him over. And he's all, don't eat the little ones. So I ate half of the little one. And he's all, okay, half is good. And I go, okay. So I'm sitting there. It's like an hour goes by. Nothing. I'm just sitting there. This shit sucks. Really? So I ate the other half. Another hour goes by. Oh, fuck. I was
stuck on stupid.
Oh, I was toast.
That'd make for one hell of a show. I tell you, YouTube #1.
Right?
I was sitting in the pool with my dog, just sitting there going, okay.
Go get me a towel.
Yeah.
Go get me a beer.
This is summertime. It was hot as shit. So, yeah, just sitting in the pool, like baked out of my mind. It's like, fuck. What did I do? I don't get stoned. That's why. So it was like, I didn't think it was going to do anything. I thought it was just going to mellow me out, but no.
You didn't have any Funyuns to eat?
No
Right.
Funyuns.
Oh,
No, I was doing a barbecue that day. It was a big party we were at.
Barbecue and Funyuns. That's
Well,
what
he was barbecuing.
Yeah.
Then he got stuck on stupid. Then he just let everybody, hey, there's the food. There's the barbecue.
It's
Light it up.
right over there.
I'm gonna sit here in the pool with my dog. I haven't gotten stoned in years. I mean.
No, me either. I can't stand it. It just makes me paranoid and fucking sleepy. No thanks.
Yeah, it makes me paranoid too.
Yeah, can't stand that shit.
But I do to go to sleep. Take a little hit just to go to sleep. Because I have insomnia.
Sleeping.
I have insomnia, so if I don't, I can't sleep, and I'll be dead in the water. I tried the whole sleeping aid thing. They just give you a hangover. They make you drag your ass all the next day.
I could sleep in the drop of a hat. Yeah. No problem. I could drink coffee and then go to sleep.
Oh, see, I can.
I
can't even drink tea. I'll be stuck on just like amp mode. Anyways, next week, Bike Rally. Thanks for tuning into the Drum Clinic, and hope you guys all had a great New Year. And I'm tired of hearing the Happy New Year thing.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year!
Already?
Everybody's Facebook is all Happy New Year.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year!
We're already fucking here. Fuck them.
Hey, I tagged this video with a Happy New Year.
Let's take the New Year and make it our bitch. Anyways, guys, stick around for the Run Jimmy thing on chaoticradio.com.
See ya.